We need to finish this final Firewalker mission, hopefully. Fingers crossed, I said that last time. And then we're on to go do some DLC. I'm really excited about that, actually, because I think the Shadow Broker DLC is super well done, in a way that I wouldn't rate a lot of other DLC highly in Mass Effect. Not necessarily, at least. But when it comes to the Shadow Broker, it was like, to me, it was the first big DLC in a game that I felt like I wanted.
Beyond conventional weapon capability. Recommend disabling power sources.
Now, I guess not that I just wanted, but that I felt like was worth it. You know, DLC was kind of a weird new thing back, during Mass Effect 2. And BioWare was doing it pretty well, I will admit.
Barrier strength reduced.
Like, for example, in Dragon Age, they had like the Shale DLC. They had the, oh goodness, what was the name of the other one? It's like right on the tip of my tongue. It's gonna bother me. Dragon Age Origins had some good DLC. But, DLC as a whole came from a really weird spot. You got like, you had the weirdness of the horse armor from Oblivion, which
Kinetic barrier strength reduced.
that was a little greedy. But you think of the horse armor nowadays, and you're like, well, actually, sure, it's not DLC anymore, but games do that kind of stuff all the time, cosmetic things, and we made fun of we made fun of Oblivion and Bethesda for putting out horse armor DLC. But to look back on it, that's a lot of what people buy nowadays. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Bethesda were ahead of their time on that one. I mean, releasing it as a full-on DLC, I can see how that's a little mean. But I guess nowadays oh no, I just ran right into that thing and almost blew me up. Get that health back. Nowadays, we separate things. We know.
Kinetic barrier strength reduced.
We know that DLC and microtransactions are different. We separate those two things because people do want to buy cosmetic stuff, and can you blame them? If you could make Shepard look stupidly cool, or not even that, if you can make Shepard look the way that you want he or her to look in Mass Effect, by spending like $2 or $3, you're tempted to do it, if not, wanting to do it. It's just a fascinating system. But the point that I'm trying to make is that BioWare started doing DLC in a really cool way between the DLC in Dragon Age Origins and the DLC in Mass Effect 2. And I think it was really good to go through that transition period for the game industry. I don't think that DLC nowadays is necessarily super worth it a lot of the time, but what they've given us in large DLC packs tends to be pretty good. And Mass Effect 3 also had its share of stuff for DLC, which justifies a bit of the development cost, because now the developer is able to gain back some of that money during development just by selling additional stuff for the game. The site is spectacular. Time, however, has proven to be the real enemy. Even with those Blue Sun thugs hired to protect the dig site, we barely managed to erect the shield before the Geth arrived. How can they know our movements almost before we do? Am I beaming my thoughts directly to them? I must find out how they're doing this. I shall ask Dr. Aloy for whatever help he can provide. Okay, what else are we gonna get? Easy. Okay, that's fine. We really don't need any resources at this point. It's just all kind of a waste of time, and definitely a waste of exploring a lot of the time. It's those credits. I'm telling you, that's going to be the big thing that we got to keep digging for, unfortunately. Other games that had good DLC, at least other games that I feel like had good DLC, are few and far between. I think good DLC.
Dr. Aloy must have been indoctrinated by the Reapers. I found him him sending our data to a Geth ship. I won't be responsible for another Geth attack, another Eden Prime. I've silenced Aloy. Forever.
We killed him. Gotcha. Is that it? That's it. Okay. Yeah, I think the best kind of DLC feel more like expansions. Like back in the day, I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember this. I say, I mean, I'm only 33. It's not like I'm super old, but not everybody remembers the fact that games back in the day just had expansion packs. Oh, it was beautiful. It was like better DLC. You know, you had things like in Warcraft 3, which is a game that I mentioned in the last episode, you had like the Frozen Throne, which was a fantastic expansion that expanded the story and added a bunch of new gameplay and stuff, and it added some balancing to it. Ooh, that is super cool. But not gonna touch it. You know, actually, I don't think I've ever put this together. Remember when we were doing side mission stuff in Mass Effect 1 and we came across like weird pyramids or like ziggurats or whatever, and there were giant orbs like that? I don't think I've ever put two and two together that they were also in Mass Effect 2.
It's too late for me. They're still in my head, stealing my thoughts. I can't keep them out. I've got no choice but to destroy this relic. And myself.
I'll take it.
Ooh, biotic damage. I will take it. Nice. See, I like exploring for the upgrades at this point, but everything else is kind of not worth it. Except credits. Dr. Case would never understand the deal I made with the collectors. He's obsessed with these Protheans. He would sacrifice everything to learn their secrets. It nearly cost me my life, but I did it for you, Helen. To ensure you remain safe. The damned collectors agreed to spare your colony in exchange for this Prothean find. I can only hope you remain innocent of any of this ugly business. It was all for you, Dr. Robert Aloy. Should I look over there for anything? Probably not. I don't remember this. Oddly enough, I know I've done all the Firewalker stuff, but I don't remember this. Maybe it just didn't stand out to me, but this is really cool right now, so... Okay. Research station found, Prothean artifact recovered. I don't know what that's going to give us. Got biotic damage, credits, and some easy. I think that might be the last of the Firewalker stuff. We're about to find out.
Commander, you received a new message at your private terminal.
Historic discovery, Project Firewalker. The burst of energy that coincided with your retrieval of the Prothean artifact contained coded information. Most of the data was beyond our ability to track, but the threads were able to decrypt. The threads we were able to decrypt, there we go, have, just like, that doesn't seem right, provided new avenues for research on energy transfer and biotics. It will keep the scientists busy for years to come. The data indicates that the artifact is currently inert and not dangerous. We wonder, however, that if Dr. Case had been had more time, would he have unlocked its secrets? We will continue his research, a landmark find for humanity. Good work, Shepard. Does that seem like a bad idea to continue the research? I don't know. It kind of seems like everybody on that project died. So I just be aware, I guess, dudes, you know. Armor upgrades, biotic damage. I don't think we unlock anything else. We can go look. Prototypes. Nope. Man, that feels nice, doesn't it? Let's go do Shadow Broker now, because I highly doubt that there's another Firewalker mission on our map. Let's find out together. This is going to be an exploratory thing. By the way, I'm going to finish scanning this place in interim, so I'm going to do it in between episodes. This is the final place that we have now to scan. I've done everything else. Where's the relay? It's over here. Just like floating away in my own little system. not keeping an eye on where I'm actually needing to be going. You know, so tonight, recording really late at night. It's almost 12 o'clock. It's almost midnight. The weird thing is it was the Game Awards. Where am I going? Reaper, IFF. Okay, yeah. So we just have all this stuff to do. I'm gonna do the Shadow Broker, and then I'll go and do the other side missions. That's kind of my plan, I think. Take cab to Liara's. Cool. And land. So yeah, tonight was the Game Awards, and the Game Awards were really good this year. There was some good game announcements. There were some good games nominated, but I think to me, why are all these have little circles? I guess that means that they're loyal. I just noticed that. I think that it's that they're loyal. The Game Awards to me are a celebration of like everything in the gaming industry, and when it comes to the game of the year, I was a little disappointed in the game of the year choice this year, because I think that there was one game of the year this year, and it was objectively the best game this year that released, which was Deathloop. It is. I don't want to talk about human expansion. It was, in my opinion, a perfect game, or as close to a perfect game as you can get. And it comes from many different levels of like why do I think it was a perfect game. But yeah, in general, I feel like it was about as perfect as you can get. And because of that, I think it was the game of the year this year. There's a lot of chatter here on this planet. Every time I come here, everybody's always talking. It's like, I don't care about listening to the news. It's all news we've heard before. Yeah, the thing is, like...
For example, you know that new drug, the one that causes permanent neural scarring?
They're all just talking.
Listen, give Thax a full refund.
See what I mean? Oh, you know what? We actually have money. So before I forget, I'm gonna go buy some stuff.
Now, and then get your ass someplace safe.
Watch, someone else is gonna start talking when we get over here.
It's just.
Yep, I knew
looking
it.
For weapons.
Damage protection, protection,
seriously?
And assault rifle damage. And we're out of money. Because that's how it works. But do we have stuff over here? No.
She loves the garden. We could add a pond.
I've already bought all your fish.
Eclipse might be fun for you. For me, it's the future. My clan's breeding strategy is at stake.
I'm just gonna let them talk. Okay, call cab. So we're gonna go to her apartment. Anyways, yeah, I think that Deathloop was objectively a near perfect game. It was an absolute masterclass in game design. If you work in game design, there's so much to appreciate there, and they managed to come up with the perfect tutorial for an immersive sim. That being the genre of games that Deathloop and Dishonored and like games like that are. And they teach you how to play the game even if you've never played a game like that before, which is a very complicated game system.
Seal off those trace samples and get them back to the lab.
It was about as perfect as you could get.
Shots fired. Yeah, techs are going over the place now.
Central, we got an open carrier on this end. Switching to a coded relay.
What's going on?
This area is sealed off. Please step back, ma'am.
Sealed off? Why?
Someone tried to kill your friend, Commander Shepard. Thank you, officer. Your people are dismissed.
You can't do that.
Already done. Tila Vasir, Special Tactics and Recon.
A Spectre?
I heard you weren't reinstated. Too bad. You did good work. So, I assume you had business with your friend this evening, Commander.
Liara was following a lead on the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker? Dangerous enemy to have.
What are the facts so far?
About 25 minutes ago, someone took a shot at Tisoni. Note the bullet holes. She stuck around for almost 4 minutes before leaving the building. Whatever she was doing was important.
If Liara isn't here, where is she?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be sifting through her crap. There's no blood, no body. It looks like Tassoni got away. The sniper didn't plan on her kinetic barrier. Clever girl. Paranoid, but clever.
Did the police find anything when they arrived?
Just the mess and the bullet holes. I gave them a gold star for finding the bullet holes.
I can't tell if she's like being sarcastic.
Liara was expecting me. She would have left a message here. Her office wasn't safe.
I'm not surprised. Helium is just Omega with expensive shoes. I haven't found anything useful for tracking her down yet. You knew Tassoni better than I do. Where would she have hidden her backups?
Let me take a look around.
Yeah, I get to snoop around in her area here. Ooh, N7 armor. Oh, is this like my N7 armor?
It's part of my old armor.
That's cool.
Looks like someone didn't like you much either.
Well, it did get spaced, so there's that.
The rifle used to do that wasn't standard issue. The kinetic barrier deflected the shots, but they still managed to penetrate the glass.
I'm assuming that the glass is like super thick or something. It doesn't look thick, but maybe it's like a ballistic glass that won't allow fast-moving objects through it or something like that.
A doctorate from the University of Ceres, Avanthesia. She's getting good use out of all that education.
It's funny.
Don't worry, Commander. We'll find her.
You know what's actually even more funny that just dawned on me? That even alien species use certificates. It's just kind of funny. Isn't that just a very like human thing? This is the kind of thing that if I were developing my own game world, I would ask questions like this. Like, wait a second. This is an alien area. Like, why would someone have a certificate that looks very human?
Yeah, that's not the Asari homeworld. I'm not sure what planet that is.
It's Ilos.
That's cool. She has a painting of that. What else does she have in her apartment here? I mean, she's got my armor. That's pretty cool, but it's also a little creepy. Oh, she's got a picture of the Normandy. I just imagine that Wolverine meme.
The picture changed when you touched it. It must be keyed to your ID. What does it show now?
It's a Prothean dig site. Liara did leave a message.
There are a few Prothean-looking objects around the apartment. Let's see what we can find.
It's cool. Oh, I like this a lot. This is really cool. I forgot how good this DLC is. And I don't think that's like a weird thing to say. I think most people really like this DLC.
Worth a fortune.
What, the Prothean relics? Yeah, definitely. It'd be like coming across like Egyptian relics. Do I want to talk to her? Or should I just look around? I should look around because there's another one over here. Or actually, you know what? I probably should have talked to her.
Vasir, I've got something here.
Backup disk. Let's try it on her terminal. It looks like she recorded a call.
What have you got for me, Sagat?
It was tricky, but you paid for the best. I can narrow it down to a cluster, maybe even a system.
How soon can you have it?
Shouldn't take long. Come to my office. Barrier Frontiers in the Dracon Trade Center. Gotta say though, Tassoni, you're making me a little nervous. How big is the trouble that could come out of this?
Relax, Sagat. I'll see you in a few hours.
So she did find something.
Sounds like Liara found something big on the Shadow Broker.
And then someone found her. I know where the Dracon Trade Center is. My car's outside.
Let's go.
It feels like a buddy cop thing, and I really like that. I don't know. I think a buddy cop story would work really well in Mass Effect just in general. Same thing with Star Wars, actually. It would work really well in Star Wars, just nobody's really done it well.
Frontier's offices are located on the 3rd floor. I don't hear police chatter. We must have missed the party.
Liara's in there!
Keela.
They just took out 3 floors to make sure she's dead.
I'll grab this sky car and seal off the building from the top.
I'll start down here and work my way up.
Just leave some for me.
Okay, we can take people out.
Oh God, what's happening?
Oh, they're just civilians. Is there anything over there? Should I go? Probably not. Let's talk to the civilians.
What happened?
All right, maybe not. They have no idea what just happened.
Was it a bomb? What happened? Someone please help.
Who are you? What's going on?
Let's move in. Let's clear people out.
Please exit the building in an orderly fashion.
Okay, where am I supposed to be going here? I see a green door that way. I see upstairs that way. Oh, that's an elevator. All right, I don't want to use the elevator yet. I want to go, well, also, after a bomb went off in a building, likely the elevator's not working. Let's be honest. Let's use the stairs.
Barrier Frontier employee. Looks like he got caught in the explosion.
I wouldn't take any bets on Sony's informant surviving that blast.
Yeah, probably not. There's a big bomb. This is so much cooler than what I remember. I mean, I remember it being cool, like I said, but I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot how good this was. Ooh, PDA, a 2,500 credits. Did I just steal money off of a dead body? I guess that's what I do in general throughout the entirety of this game. So when I put it that way, it actually kind of seems sad.
Casualty here. Looks like he's got bullet wounds.
Oh, we got
Watch
some
yourself, Vizier.
enemies.
He used military-grade hardware.
Bullet wounds. Guess this was more than just an explosion.
That one. And we need that one. And then a bit of purple. Just a splash of purple. Really adds some acidity. some saltiness from the splash of white. Heck yeah, heavy weapon ammo. Now, if there happens to actually, ooh, I am gonna hold on to my heavy weapon ammo. I just remembered.
Vizier, I found a military-grade explosive device. It hasn't been armed.
Sloppy work. You use that kind of hardware when you don't have time to plan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna save it for the last boss of this DLC. If you know, you know.
I'm at the Barrier Frontier's office. Liara signed in just a few minutes ago.
Understood, Commander.
Because don't think I'm gonna search. Oh, I just said search because I read that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find any kind of. Oh, you coming at me, bro? Ooh, I love the knockback into kill. Shadow Broker Private Army, my booty. These guys are pushovers. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find any extra heavy weapon ammo. Enough to at least get one fire off from my weapon. So I got to keep that in mind. Also got to keep in mind that I think the final boss of this DLC does like to get in close from my recognition. From my remember. What's the word I'm looking for? From my memory. So just got to keep that in mind. Terminal. Ooh, that's 3,000 credits. Wow, this is the place I needed to go for money, apparently.
Firing a high impact shot.
Hello. Let's just shoot her with that. Shoot her with that. Hello, Planet Vanguard. I feel like we clear through this stuff so quick. You.
Get ready to fight.
Pretty cool there. We're jumping. I'm actually getting myself kind of deep behind enemy lines here. And, oh, that's Tally. Right, I gotta kill this guy. Can I charge? Thank you. We're gonna do the same thing to these nerds. Well, actually, I'm gonna come over here for a second. Get my reload, then charge in. Pop them. Almost got my shield back, or my charge back for my shields. Knock them over. Oh, I need to reload. Can we hit a heal? There we go. I just don't like the effect that happens on the screen. It's like a... It's a really annoying thing that games were doing around this time. It was like Call of Duty really kind of set that as a thing. I think there were other games before Call of Duty that did it, though.
Pipes are on fire. They're blocking the stairs. Got it. Should be clear now.
Good. I'm on my way down.
It was just annoying, like the whole like screen pulsing thing, like, oh, you're low on life. Just give me a health bar. I'd rather a UI element. It's just such an annoying thing because you never really know where you're at health-wise. You can guess, you're like, I'm almost dead. It also just isn't great for like looks. It just doesn't look good. It messes with your eyes too. It's not good for accessibility. Like if you happen to be someone who, you know, it isn't able to see very well, when that pops up, it's not like that's going to help you. It's like your world closing in around you. And a simple bar, especially a high contrast bar, is far easier to see for people who have vision problems. So yeah, it's one of those weird things, again, that somehow stuck around.
This should come in handy.
Ooh, heavy pistol damage, but didn't really need to. It's unfortunate. I'm glad that games nowadays, shooters nowadays, opt not to use it. Could you imagine playing like the new Dooms with a pulsing screen thing rather than an actual health bar? Pff.
Damn it. If I'd have been a few seconds faster, I could have stopped them.
Is this Sakat?
Must have been.
No sign of that data Liara talked about. Looks like a dead end.
I don't trust this person anymore.
Speaking of which, did you find your friend's body?
You mean this body?
Yeah, get her.
Liara. Something I should know?
You always trust
This is
Liara.
the woman who tried to kill me.
You've had a rough day, so I'll let that slide. Why don't you put that gun down?
I saw you. I doubled back after I left. I watched you break into my apartment.
You didn't know where Liara went because she hid the message. You needed me to find it for you.
Thanks for the help.
Once she had my location, she signaled the Shadow Broker's forces. They bombed the building to take me out. She found Sakat, took his data, and killed him. I'm guessing she's still got the disc on her.
Good guess. Not that you'll ever see what's on it. You pure-blood bitch!
Liara's too cool. I mean, she needs to be real for a second. She knows I'm a Spectre that got spaced and still lived. Does she really think she'd be able to take us on? Like, what kind of arrogance does that require, you know? And then now Liara's just gonna go beat the crap out of her. Good for her, by the way. All right, we're moving forward.